All this month, I'm showing you how to jump on the trending or hot topics and ride them all the way to the bank. That's great when it starts working, but what do you do to keep your audience engaged, excited, and with you? You send them an email from your email management system, and you talk to them a lot. In this video, I'll share with you my favorite software for managing all my emailing and client engagement activities, ActiveCampaign. Let's get to it. Welcome, welcome. How are you this awesome Tuesday? I pray you are doing wonderful and taking the time to smell the roses and the fresh air that God has allowed you to experience one more day. No matter your circumstances, situation, or lack of whatever, remember that you are blessed and highly favored, and that no matter what you're going through, God is here for you. If you're new here, please do me a huge favor. Take a moment to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss a single juicy nugget of content. Great stuff is headed your way, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. Today, we're talking about the software I use to share my message with my audience through email, ActiveCampaign. But first, let's think about why you need an email management software in the first place. If you're following my 4-week series about hopping on the hot trends that started yesterday on September 18th, you're probably psyched to learn how easy it is to put your business, your brand, and you in front of your target audience so they see you, they get you, and then they start to follow you. Some of them will actually follow you to your website, where they'll then decide that they want to know even more about you, and then they'll opt into your mailing list. Now we're getting to the heart of the matter, where all the fun begins. This is where you start to really connect with your audience on a deeper level, when you start emailing them regularly. Now get this is why not emailing isn't an option. There are plenty of options out there that your audience is exposed to every single day. If you don't email your audience on a regular basis, they will forget about you. You know that saying, out of sight, out of mind. Don't allow your absence to become your loss. So let's talk about ActiveCampaign, and I'll show you how I use it to stay in touch with my audience so they know what I'm about, and when they're ready to buy, all they got to do is hit that button, and we're ready to go. All right, now you're looking at the screen of ActiveCampaign. This is what it looks like when you get into it, and when you have it all set up, you'll see your subscribers or who has subscribed or opted out on the right-hand side. You'll see how many subscribers you have in the middle, and then you'll see the different campaigns and things like that you have going on. The reason that I chose ActiveCampaign over some other email marketing systems is I love how it works. It's just awesome. It helps you to keep in touch with people. It lets you know who's opened your email, who's gone to your link, how long they stay in the email, what other things they do, whether they click the link, whether they haven't opened anything. It's just amazing. Now, I've tried other softwares before. I've used Constant Contact. I used that for several years, and I was actually a Constant Contact provider for a long time and steered people to them. They were great, but they're not really the kind of email marketing system that you want to use if you're a marketer, and you are a marketer. Now, if you have a retail business, that's cool. You can use Constant Contact because you're probably only going to get with them send them something maybe once a month. But if you're really trying to get your service or product in front of people, you need something that you can use to email out to them on a regular basis. And by regular, I mean at least once a week. At the least, you need to do it twice a month. Because what happens when you don't email people? They forget about you, and then they go to someone else. So again, that's why I chose ActiveCampaign, because they allowed me to stay in touch with my audience and to see what they're doing, what they're clicking on, if they're disengaging, and if they need to just get off my list because they haven't really been active in a long time. Up at the top, you will see what really makes ActiveCampaign work. You can view your campaigns, you can see all your contacts, you can see all your lists, all your forms, and it's really, that's pretty standard. But the magic of ActiveCampaign is this, the automations. Now, ActiveCampaign is really good with automations, and what does that even mean? It means that you can pretty much set and forget things. You can set up a whole email marketing system or a sequence, which means that once someone opts into your list, you can say, hey, how are you doing? Thank you for opting into my list. So good to have you here. And then after a certain period of time, maybe a day or a couple of days, then you send them another email that you've already set up, that you've already written, that will automatically go out to them and say, hey, you signed up for this. I'm glad you're on my list. Let me tell you something else about me that you may not know. Okay, here is what really makes ActiveCampaign shine to me. I told you I was with a couple of other services. I had Constant Contact and I had MailChimp. They just couldn't give me this automation thing like ActiveCampaign does. And what makes automation so great is that you can set something up to go out on whatever interval you want, once every couple of days, once a day for 10 days, once a week for 12 weeks or something, and that helps you to get to know your audience. It helps your audience get to know you. It helps them to build trust with you. They know, like, and trust you. Then they're going to start buying from you. That's what you're doing with all this trending topic stuff that I'm teaching you about. This is how you utilize it to really make money. You get them on your list, and then you keep talking to them, just like I said before, and the automations are what allow you to do it. Now, you'll see it up at the top of the screen. ActiveCampaign has, the major stuff that all the other campaigns have. They have how you can see your campaigns, and those are just the emails that you send out. They call them campaigns. Then they have the forms that you use for people to sign up and get onto your email list or get onto your automation. But the automations are really the key. You can help people get into your automations by filling out a form. They click a link on your website, or they do something else where they subscribe to a list, or they click on this link. It's just so many things that they can do to get into your emailing system so that you can then automate the process so you can keep talking to them, so they can find out more about you, so they can know, like, and trust you, so ultimately they can start buying from you. That is the beauty of ActiveCampaign. I love it. And then also, not only do they have automations already set up, like a lot of these that I've set up were ones that I use and I just tweaked to make my own. They have a whole area of where developers have actually created all these automations for all the things that you could ever think of that you want to do. They're already set up, and then you just pull them into your campaign. For instance, this is something that happens a lot with marketers. You start emailing someone, they buy whatever the product is that you ask them to buy, and then you keep emailing them and asking them to buy. Not a good thing at all. Nobody wants to be reminded that you need to buy. They're like, I already bought. What do? They're going to get off your list. But ActiveCampaign has a couple of automations that you can use that when someone buys something, they will automatically take them off of that list, and they won't talk to them anymore about buying that specific thing. It's so easy to set up. I love it. That is the pièce de la résistance of ActiveCampaign. Love that. It just keeps you in the know about your list, what's going on, who is really active. You can set up a list of all the people who do something, like how many times do they click a link, how many times do they go to your website, how many times do they open your email, and you can set that aside to know, like, how many of my subscribers are really active. You can look at that list and it'll let you know. Isn't that cool? So again, this review is about ActiveCampaign. I know you'll love it. You need to go ahead and sign up for it. If you have any questions about it, just email me and I'll let you in on the deal of what's going on. Now be sure to tune into my channel tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll have the first of the 4 how-to tutorials for you around the trending topics. The how-to tutorials show you step-by-step how to find the trends that are the right fit for your business, and then explain how to jump on them and ride them all the way to the bank. Isn't that cool? Now, if you want to learn more about how to jump in on the hot trends and ride them to the bank, schedule an online WOW assessment with me right now. Together, we'll look at your website and your online presence, and we'll see where you're missing out on clients and what you need to do to stop that. Thank you so much. That's all I have for you today. And thank you for being on this journey with me. See you tomorrow.